Hello there, and this is my sketchbook tour, or you say like a retour of my older sketchbook that I did. I do retours of my older sketchbooks, but I haven't really done one in a while. And this is probably my media sketchbook, which is like a very old one. Like this, I think this is my second sketchbook that I did a tour of ever on my channel back in 2021. And this is like a very old sketchbook. This is a sketchbook that I had back in like after I think during my years in college. I didn't actually take drawing classes in college. Is just that I just drew. I was still drawing while I was in college anyway. At home. Mostly, the reason why I haven't taken any drawing classes in college is because my drawing teacher pretty much gave me good advice and saying that you technically only have to take one drawing class pure school. Like you only have to take one drawing class for like one school year. You to basically learn all the basics of drawing. So it probably would have been a waste of money if I did take in drawing classes in college, honestly. Because I took drawing classes in high school. That's how I learned how to draw, basically. And I took drawing classes once during my sophomore year, and I took it twice during my junior and senior years just for fun, basically. Yeah, I technically only had to take it once. Take drawing classes once and to learn the basics, basically. Yeah, the basics, basically. So, yeah. So this is my old sketchbook, and I'm going to show you guys. You guys probably already know about this, but But for the few of you who probably saw my older sketchbooks, yeah, probably know about this already. Yeah. So let's see. Let's see what's in it. Here's some Star drawings. Yeah, this is what I was still getting used to. This is like still getting used to dinosaur art and stuff. And it's like very primitive, like dinosaur art. Yeah, these are mosasaurs. There's like three of them. This was opening his jaw, ready to eat something, swimming in the ocean, and this one's looking back, trying to defend itself. Yeah, mosasaurs. Here's a collection of like almost every character I made before I made the sketchbook. So these are some Scrappy Discovery characters and Alien Defender characters. There's also there's some werewolf characters here too. Yeah, some older characters. Jake the Dragon, it's older character. Alucard or Speedy, Mindy, which I haven't made a drawing of in a while. Yeah, the alien character, Joshua, CR4, SD2, Megan, Jackalope, Mindy. No, that's Mandy. Mandy Donkey, I think. Is it Mary? I think it's no. It's yeah. I think her name's Mary. Yeah, her name's Mary, not Mandy. Lou and the Vampire Bats, the drone robot from the first Sky Discovery, Figure the Squirrel, this crab character I included. I don't know why I included him here. I don't know the never story about him, but he's here. Kenju the Wolf, Vori Kim Cyborg, and Pat the Pummeler and his wife Sarah, and the aliens that they fight for. Yeah, you can tell this is really old. You got Pat the Pummeler drawing in his older character. Editor the starter page is Mr. Tom. These are the robots who also I forgot what the inventor name was. Yeah, there he is. That's the inventor who made these robots. I think his father made these robots. I forgot what his name was. I think I included him in one comic. That's probably why I don't remember him. I do remember Mr. Tom because he made more of an impact, honestly. This Dracula. Here's some other characters. Dracula's army and this shark character. Yeah, it's a pencil. Yeah, these are more characters. These are like a gallery of characters that I created so far before I make the sketchbook and stuff. These are mostly just older characters. Here's Luna the Vampire Bat, and yeah, looking back at this, his songs aren't really that great, honestly. I did improve her design a little bit more, make her more like feminine than this. Because in here, she kind of looks like a dude. She's kind of her body's kind of shaped like a dude a little bit. Aside from her, you know what? Yeah, I can say breasts on YouTube, right? I guess I can say breasts on YouTube. Aside from her breasts, the rest of her body looks more like a guy's body a little bit. Yeah, I did approve on like more girl designs later on, like Werewolf 3. But in this drawing, yeah, these are just older drawings. And this is when I started doing more like like adult women characters and stuff. Because she's technically an adult, so she needs to look like one, you know. Yeah, this is Little Vampire Bad is probably one of my earlier adult like women characters that are like adults and stuff. And the try to draw like different body shapes for the adult characters that compared to the young characters and stuff. Yeah. That's probably why I have her do the cross leg sitting position right here. Here's a landscape drawing, and it looks horrible. Yeah, this kind of looks like potato. This kind of looks like Doritos, honestly. The mountains. And this is because I was new to I was new to landscape drawing as well, and these drawings they look like Doritos, honestly, in the background. They don't look like actual mountains. I mean, I will improve my landscape drawings in the future, but as of now, well, not as of now, but it's like back then, I wasn't really good at it. Even though, but I was practicing, eventually. This is what eventually got better. And this tree looks kind of weird. I mean, I guess I was supposed to draw fire on it. Like, this is supposed to be like a bushfire. It looks kind of weird. And the lake is also kind of weird, too. This is supposed to be like a river that leads down here from the mountains to the lake. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of bad. You guys see a lot of bad drawings in here. Yeah. I said bad drawings, but this drawing actually turned out pretty okay. This tactile drawing looks pretty okay, honestly. This is where you look that bad. I mean, I've kind of drew like, well, this doesn't really look that bad, honestly. It looks kind of good, actually, looking back at it. I mean, I do want to make more dinosaur drawings, at least how to draw dinosaur drawings, because they do really well on YouTube. People usually love my dinosaur drawings. Yeah. Oh, now this is a bad drawing. It's a shark drawing. This is more like a cartoon shark. Yeah. I mean, I think my drawings of sharks got better the moment I started drawing them realistically, and then I started to cartoonify them. But is cartoonify a word? I guess tunify or toonify. No, that's not right. Yeah. So, I was about to I started to like draw more like a cartoon version of the shark. This is the first drawing I did of it. I guess this is when I started doing more realistic drawings of sharks, and that's when I got better at drawing sharks. But as of this drawing, yeah, this one's horrible. Yeah. Also, the tail is too small. The body is like a little too long, and his dorsal is like, I guess his dorsal fin should be right here. I guess it's too up towards his body, and it's just weird. It looks too cartoony. Honestly, that's what I meant. Yeah. Judging by the bull shark drawing video and the shark flip book, yeah, I obviously got better at drawing sharks, honestly. Maybe I should just do more live drawings in the future if I wanted to draw more cartoon characters. Here's another horrible drawing. I guess this is an island drawing. This is more like a cartoon island. Yeah. I mean, I could say the aspects of it looks pretty good, but the color is off. The colors, yeah. I don't know why I chose black sand over normal sand. I guess because I didn't have any like normal, like I didn't have any yellow color pencils at the time, so I kind of had to go for black sand instead of like white sand. I guess black sand makes sense since this is a volcano island, but at the same time, yeah. So, I guess Hawaii has volcanoes in it, but does Hawaii have black sand? Because I know every island has black sand. I guess I only chose black sand because I didn't have the proper tools to make like an island drawing, at least like a colored one. There's an airplane in the background, the sun and stuff. Yeah, cartoon island. Here's Figgy the squirrel flirting with Henry the beaver. Yeah. In terms of girl drawings, this one actually turned out kind of better than the Luna one. Yeah. This is kind of like the early drafts of Big the Squirrel as well. Yeah. I actually was going to pair her. I was going to have Henry the Beaver be her boyfriend, but I haven't really made a story about her yet. I mean, maybe in the future, if I do, I mean, I did animation of Figure the Squirrel the other day. Yeah, maybe I'll make a cartoon or like at least like a pilot, at least, or like a comic of Figure the Squirrel one of these days. Yeah, because I want to do more with this character. Yeah, it's a live drawing actually, kind of rare. Live drawing of a wolf hollowing at the moon and stuff. This will actually turn out pretty good, honestly. I mean, other than the other than the preparation, other than the drawings I did on his feet and legs, because I've got to draw paws on him. Yeah, I should just draw more fur on him, draw paws on him, and probably would be a better drawing. But other than that, it turned out kind of great, honestly. So it's not that bad. Yeah, the old life drawings are pretty good, honestly. Here is Scrappy Discovery 4, which is usually called Super Sci-Fi 4. I changed it to Scrappy Discovery because Scrappy Discovery was a better name, so yeah. Because it's kind of a bit the same thing, because Scrappy Discovery, there's two robots trying to figure out what happened to this abandoned, like, post-apocalyptic city. It's like destroyed city and stuff. Yeah. So Scrappy Discovery kind of made more sense than Super Sci-Fi. Wait, Super Sci-Fi is too vague of a name. It's too broad. So people won't know what I'm talking about when I'm referring to this comic and stuff. So I just changed it to Scrappy Discovery 4. And speaking of Scrappy Discovery 4, I have been working on this. I have been working on a digital version of this comic. I changed a few things about it. Let me see. I can show you guys here on my tablet. Let me see. Let me see here. Let me see. Yeah, here it is. Scrappy Discovery 4. I did the digital version of this comic. Yep. Yeah, so it's the same comic. I mean, aside from a few like cutted scenes, I cut some scenes from the original draft, but other than that, it's pretty much the same comic, honestly. Yeah, I pretty much. I mean, the good thing about drafts is that I'm allowed to make corrections later on when I do the digital versions of those comics before I upload them. Yeah, I usually draft out my comics before I do them. I do the web comic, do the digital version of them. So it is Scrappy Discovery 4, which has Metroid references. Also introduce a character Belle, who's pretty much a character who's inspired by Samus from Metroid, like this like lady bounty hunter who fights aliens and stuff. It's really cool. I haven't really finished the digital version of the comic yet, but I will in the future, hopefully, and I'll do like a comic read through of the comic eventually. And I also introduced the Queen Alien, who also talks and stuff. Yeah. I wonder if I haven't drew her in a while either. So I wonder what she look like doing my new art style, honestly. I mean, I guess I'll just draw her more feminine than the normal aliens. Here's another bad drawing. Yeah, horrible. This is a simple drawing of Saturn, honestly. I mean, I guess I was bored that day and just wanted to draw planets, honestly. I was always like intrigued by. I guess because when I was little, I was always intrigued by like gas giant planets like Jupiter and Saturn and stuff and Neptune, like these huge planets that is able to accompany that's like 10 times, like 100 times the size of the Earth and stuff. So I wanted to do Saturn and stuff. Yeah, these gas giant planets. Here's I guess it's supposed to be like a weasel drawing, and this one's awful too. Yeah, there's a lot of ugly drawings here. Yeah, I mean this was just my opinion on my old art. Yeah, it's looking back on my old art. You know, I should have just draw the nose like this, curve like this, and probably do the chest like this. Like if I do the chest like this, like that, and then I drew like a nose like this, kind of like that. Change this drawing a little bit instead of him facing forward because it looks ugly. Yeah, I gotta try to draw a realistic vert drawing. Maybe I should just draw like a live drawing of this one too. But I guess I was just bored today, bored that day and stuff. Here's Figgy the squirrel, hearing the beaver hanging out again. I guess they're a couple, honestly. I mean, I guess Fucking Force 3 pretty much disproves that. I mean, I guess I can pretty much say the story of Henry the Beaver. When Figgy the squirrel dumped him, he pretty much tried to start out love through the love cave in Fucking Force 3. Yeah. I'm just telling the story of what happened between him and since these are old drawings, I can tell the story about how it happened to him and Figgy. I guess him and Figgy used to be a couple, and then when she broke up with him, he pretty much got sad and stuff and lonely. So he tried to pursue like the love cave from Baka Force 3. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is another life drawing. Another life drawing. This is a drawing of a Chevy Camaro, a 1968 one in the model. And it turned out really okay. Honestly, it turned out really good, honestly. Because the Chevy Camaro, at least the 68 version, pretty much was my favorite cars ever. I mean, the Corvette's technically my favorite car, but the Camaro is kind of like a close second, honestly. Yeah. Camaros. Here's a turtle kaiju, I guess. I guess this is just normal snapping. I guess this is just a snapping turtle character. Yeah, I tried to draw like a snapping turtle kaiju character whose shell kind of looks like a volcano. Looks pretty cool, honestly. I mean, I guess if I were to change the design a little bit, I'll probably make the shell a little bit bigger to make it more like a volcano. Maybe on this side a little bit. So like, here's the aliens from Scotty Discovery. It's the alien queen, and this is the aliens that work for her. Yeah. I will eventually include her in Scotty Discovery 4 when I'm done finishing the webcomic. Yeah. If you guys are interested in the comic early, you don't want to wait until the comics finish to upload it to YouTube. You can always check it out on my DeviantArt and Newgrounds accounts. If you guys are interested. You guys want to see the comic firsthand instead of like waiting for me to do the comic review of it. Here's Pat the Pummeler. Yeah, this is an old drawing of him. I've got the fingers on him, and I've got the color. I got the shading in his eyes a bit. Yeah, I think that is just a normal Pat the Pummeler drawing. Also, I've got the color. I got the shade in it. I got the shade in his hair too. Yeah. Yeah, it's another bad drawing. This looks horrible, honestly. I got all the perspectives wrong. I guess it's supposed to be like the beach side of palm trees, and this is supposed to be the sea, and it's supposed to be like a lady chilling here. But this looks horrible. Plus, these look more like what's that thing? What's that Pokemon called? Toxapex? That starfish Pokemon. I mean, I guess Toxapex is technically a starfish because he's called the brutal starfish. That's what they look like. They look like Toxapex. If Toxapex was a palm tree, yeah, instead of like a starfish. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's like starfish. So palm trees. Yeah. And that's pretty bad drawing. Yeah. I guess because I was used to I was new to landscape drawings. So our early landscape drawings are pretty horrible before I started making them better later on. You guys are familiar with my landscape drawings. Here's a very this is a whole page just dedicated to CR4 or Chris. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't draw more characters on this page, honestly. Yeah, because I should just draw more characters and more art on this page, but this is one character. I drew him small too. So, yeah. maybe in the future I'll probably include more characters. I mean, I could just draw maybe why not? I'll just draw a character, draw Megan. There's a little drawing video for you guys. Make a few corrections. Yeah, this is drawing Megan because she's also part of Discovery Discovery. Yeah, yeah. Zero Four is kind of lowly in that drawing, so I decided to draw. Yeah, I'm trying to make corrections on my bad art as I'm ruining the sketchbook. Maybe I should have just done that before I did a retour, honestly. Here's a white character. I guess this is a better drawing, honestly, because he's shooting like lasers at his arms and stuff. This was the robot character that was inspired by Metagross from Pokemon. You know, that Pokemon who just stomps and stuff, a robot character. Yeah. He's angry when he stomps the ground and stuff. I made animations and drawings of his character a lot, but I haven't really named them yet. I just call him a robot character. Yeah. Maybe I'll name him in the future, but I had to eventually come up with a name for him. So I did so many art drawings of him in animations too. Here's it's the other live drawings I did. The Pontiac GTO of the different years. The Pontiac GTO 2, 1967, 1968, and 2006. Yeah. Yeah, the Pontiac GTO. It's a very cool car, honestly. I mean, if I had the money to afford a car, I'd probably just get the Pontiac GTO, at least the 1967 version. You know, just soaring on town with it. The cars the cool kids drive. Yeah. I think this is a Theroxenosaurus. You know, the dinosaur with the long claws. Yeah, yeah. This is a very cool dinosaur, honestly. Yeah, dinosaurs are so awesome, honestly. You got the Ankylosaurus, the Triceratops, the T-Rex, and now you have the Therizinosaurus. You also have like the Pachycephalosaur, which is like headbutts people as well. Headbutts other dinosaurs. Yeah, pretty cool. You also have the Stegosaurus and the Stegosaurus with a spiked tail. Yeah, you can tell that God was experimenting with his own like collection of creatures when he created the dinosaurs. Honestly, yeah, yeah. Here is a Here's a kaiju character that I guess Colton is kaiju is in the sketchbook too when I drew here. And this is one of the kaiju characters I drew for him. This actually didn't turn out that bad, honestly. It's pretty good compared to the other kaiju drawings I did. I don't know what I need with them either, but this drawing is pretty good. I really like how this turned out, honestly. I know this drawing is old too. This is back in 2021. But in terms of my older drawings, this one looks like it looks pretty good. Yeah. Here's another landscape drawing. Yeah. I was really practicing landscape drawings at this time. This one actually looks kind of better because this is mostly like this perspective on like different islands from the background or like when you on the seaplane. Yeah, this is what it looks like when you're on the, yeah. This one actually looks kind of better on get perspective art on islands and stuff. I guess because I guess this is the only like landscape drawing that did live drawing on because I think I remember this. I think I remember I looked up pictures of islands in the background and I tried to draw them like this. Yeah, so this is technically a live drawing of landscape drawing. This kind of turns out better. Maybe I should start doing that for my landscape drawings from now on. Looking back at these. Here's Belle the Bounty Hunter again with CR4 again. Uh, yeah. I don't know why I didn't just do more characters on these pages. I guess that's all. I guess that was the problem with my older sketchbooks. I didn't really have that much characters back then, so I just drew like the characters I had. I was thinking of that day on the pages and stuff itself. I wanted to include characters that appeared in the same comic in the same draft instead of like in the same comic in the same draft of these one-off drawings instead of like mixing them up like it did like the other drawing it did. Here's a turtle kaiju, and this one actually looks pretty good. It looks more dinosaur-like, which is pretty cool, honestly. I guess this is one of my earlier drafts of the turtle kaiju before I made them more cartoon-like later on. But other than that, this is the first drawing I made of the turtle kaiju, and it looks pretty awesome. This is like a dinosaur. Here's yeah, this is supposed to be like a life drawing of a African wild dog. Looking at it closely, it's not that bad. I mean, I just wish the head. I probably will make the body a lot skinnier and make the head a lot bigger. Yeah. Other than that, it's not really that bad. I mean, in terms of African wild dogs, the heads are usually, the ears are probably larger, the heads are probably bigger, and the body's probably like longer, more slender, like because they're like fast hunters and stuff, like the hunting stuff. This one looks more like a wolf, honestly, and the African wild dog combined. Or it's like a dog that looks like an African wild dog, like a fur dog or something. Speaking of Colton and Kaiju, here's a comic that I did, the draft of Colton and Kaiju. I did change up a few character designs, like this dragon lady character. I changed her design a little bit. Yeah. Other than that, it's a pretty short comic, honestly. Yeah. It's pretty much 10-page comic. It's pretty short. I want to make more shorter comics like this, but in the future, but maybe I'll think about it. At least do the webcomic version of them. Here's some character art. Here's Joshua, Pat the Pummler, Sarah, Belle. This lady character that I drew. I mean, I guess this is a new character that I just drew off the top of my head. Yeah, this is ugly. I guess I tried to do more realistically and it turned horrible. Here's Eagle Knight and Colton. Yeah, this is when I was new to drawing chins too, so this chin art looks awful. Yeah. Here's a drawing of an old lady. She kind of looks like she has cancer a little bit because she has puffy cheeks and stuff. I guess I was starting to draw old. I guess this was when I was new to drawing old people as well, trying to draw an old grandma character. Here's Eagle Wing, who I think he appeared. Eagle Wing is probably a obscure character because he appeared in like the animation I used to do on my last channel on my Eagle Knight character. When he was called Jetman, I think. This is my last channel. And he was like a character, like an angel character who appeared in when Eagle Knight was a series, that used to be a series and stuff. That's when he appeared. Yeah. For those of you who are not familiar with my old channel, I'll pretty much cut my old channel taking down because Sarah was performing like submission holds. And YouTube thought it was too graphic, so maybe I should have just age restricted them like I did with the camera clutch lady drawing. Yeah, I mean Sarah's pretty much the same character that I drew like the camera clutch lady, but I didn't age restrict it, so I got the channel taken down. I should have just age restricted all my Sarah submission hold videos. I mean, I am age restricting it now, and hopefully I get my channel taken down this time. So, yeah. He's not a boy for kids, so don't let my kids watch my wrestling videos. Here's Eagle Knight with his family, and this is when I start changing the design a little bit more to be more like a. I guess it's Eagle Knight calls it aeromorph. I mean, probably not because I guess I guess Delta is more like an aeromorph because she's an airflow plane lady. I mean, it was the inspiration for her design, so I guess I mean, Eagle Knight's more like a superhero character, like a jet stuff. Here are some drawings of Ice Age animals from the Ice Age. This giant ground sloth before I improved the design a little bit. Now mammoth, which actually turned out pretty good. Now I actually drew like the tux really angular. It looks pretty cool, honestly. And this saber tooth tiger, which is just look assuming stuff compared to the mammoth. Yeah. Here's another landscape drawing. This one actually turned out a lot better than the other drawings because I actually colored it. And like this is Belle, just sitting at the sunset. I did a lot of drawings of Belle, honestly, after I did Discovery 4 as sunset drawing. Other than besides the sand being orange, I don't know why that. Because I guess I didn't have the color yellow. Maybe I should have just take this color here, the color of the sunset right here, yellow, and use it for the sand as well. Because there's no orange sand ever. At least I don't think so. Maybe some beaches do have orange sand, depending on the location. I know some places have black sand, which was the inspiration for my older island drawing, but yeah. Here's some other characters, some superhero characters. Captain Perfect, kind of rare character here. Captain Perfect is a jerk character. Yeah, I do remember the animation I made of him. It was pretty funny. Here's Eagle Knight, who I keep changing his design a bit. I guess this is before I made the comic. Before I made the cartoon pile of him. Going. Here's some robot characters. These are more like actual robots. So like, these are more like robots, not like humanoid robots like CR4 is. Yeah. I don't know what this character is. I guess I tried to draw a new robot character, but other than that, most of these characters are older characters that I've been drawing for years now. Especially like this one. This was like my first Discovery character. At least the first villain in Discovery. Speaking of Sarah, yeah, there she is. Yeah. Speaking of the old channel, by the way, yeah, she's like a lady wrestler. She's more like a technical wrestler, so she applies submission holds on people. Yeah, YouTube didn't like that. So yeah. So I pretty much age restricted her wrestling videos. So yeah. I mean, so far I only included one wrestling animation of her, and that's it. So I don't want to take any chances with my wrestling drawings or wrestling animations. Yeah. She's just relaxing with her husband, Pat the Bumbler, who's also a wrestler. Here's Harry the Beaver and Piggy the Squirrel hanging out again. I guess this is when they were a couple. I guess in the sketchbook they were a couple and she broke up with them. Other than that, yeah, it's pretty sad that she broke up with them. Here is a dinosaur drawing. I forgot which dinosaur this drawing was. I forgot which dinosaur species this is. Now, I know this is a dinosaur drawing. I just don't remember the name of the dinosaur species specifically. Yeah, well, other than that, it doesn't really look that bad, honestly. I guess you can say in terms of my older drawings, this is obviously the old sketchbook, like in 2021. In terms of my older drawings, my dinosaur drawings are usually pretty good, honestly. Yeah. Here's Safari Kingdom, which is a comic that I made that I never actually published, actually. Because I thought it was too lame or phony a little bit. Like animals fighting and battling each other. Man, I guess people will be interested if I made a comic of this. But other than that, it's supposed to be like Safari Kingdom is supposed to be like a kingdom of like these anthropomorphic animals who go on battles and fighting each other, see who's powerful enough to fight each other and stuff. It's kind of like Dragon Ball Z but with animals. Yeah. Or at least like Justice League with animals. Oh, this actually turned out really cool, honestly. I think I did a drawing video of this, I think. Yeah, I did do a drawing video of this back then. I think this was one of my early drawing videos that I did of, Yeah, my camera's upside down. I had to fix the camera a bit. Okay, got it. Yeah, this is my early Bulbasaur drawings that I did. This will turn out actually really cool. This is a life drawing too. Yeah, maybe I should just start doing more life drawings to improve my art and stuff. Instead of like doing it, instead of like coming up with characters on the spot, I should just start doing more life drawings and then do the character. Yeah. Here's Joshua and his mech, like a robot mech with a face and stuff. Yeah, I guess this. I mean, I wouldn't call this a Gundam actually because it's like smaller. Because Gundams are usually more human-like. But other than that, this is more like a mech suit. So I haven't drawn Joshua in mech suits and stuff too. Maybe I'll include it on a mech suit, maybe in Scrappy Discovery 6, because I'm currently already finished Scrappy Discovery 5, honestly, in my sketch pad, I think. Is this my sketch pad? Yeah, I think so, yeah. Here's a live drawing of a wolf. A wolf's face. Looks pretty cool in terms of my realistic drawings. Yeah, it looks pretty cool, honestly. This doesn't really look that bad. Yeah, this is when I started to experiment with the different designs of Eagle Knight. I used to call him Jetman, but you know, Jetman. I guess the word Jetman has already been taken, honestly. So I just call him Eagle Knight. And speaking of Eagle Knight, and for some reason I included a turtle character. For some reason, I don't know why. Yeah, it's like cool with you, but here are some characters. Some like anthropomorphic like fish characters. I guess some was like Quagsire, honestly. I guess that was the inspiration, Quagsire for Pokemon. And this is New World Rush. Oh, yeah, New World Rush. Yeah, I did change up. This is supposed to be Safari Kingdom, but I changed it to New World Rush because this story was originally supposed to be like a what if scenario cartoon, like a what if scenario of like toxic waste was dumped into the Amazon River and started mutating all the animals in the Amazon. Yeah. There'll definitely be like a lot of lawsuits that actually happened. Like if people try to do like, I mean, I guess toxic waste is already. I guess pollution's already a problem in the Amazon already. So I guess toxic waste is probably worse. But this is more like a what if scenario. This is not actually like. This is not actually what I'm hoping will happen because I don't want the I don't want the toxic waste to be dumped in the Amazon. I'll just come up with being creative, come up with like what if scenarios and stuff. Yeah, they mutated all the animals there. Yeah, piranha with legs and stuff. I never actually did a webcomic version of this comic, honestly, because I thought it was weird when I finished it. Yeah. I thought it was like a little weird when I finished it. Yeah, other than that, maybe I'll make it in the future. I'm not sure. Yeah, this is just one of the jobs that I never make webcomics of. Yeah. It's a wyvern drawing. A wyvern. It's a wyvern drawing. I guess this just wyvern looks more bird-like, honestly, compared to more the wyvern drawings. Here's a character of a dog. A drawing of a dog. It's a cute dog character. And here's a drawing of a woman. I guess this is when I start to experiment with more different designs. I guess you can say this is more like my more realistic drawings of a woman character, but at the same time, it's also like cartoony too. I mean, yeah, yeah, it's kind of a drawing of a lady, like a normal lady. Here's a drawing of a bear superhero character. It's a cape and stuff. A bear superhero character. Here's a drawing of a mantis. I guess this is the inspiration. This design is the inspiration for Blade and Blade and Karate Bugs. Yeah. Here's Jetman's final, not Jetman. Eagle Knight's final design. Eventually, that I came up with him. Here's the robot characters from Sketchbook Discovery 3 that I also need characters of. I'm trying to hurry this up because this comic this tour is taking too long, honestly. Oh, this is a drawing of a flying car, honestly. Well, I guess I tried to erase it, but I didn't erase it fully, and the fading's still there. I mean, I guess I kept it around because the drawing looked kind of cool, but back then I wasn't proud of it, so I tried to erase it, but at the same time I thought it was cool, so I just kept it around my sketchbook. Here's Minnie the Dragon from, I guess she's supposed to be, this is like an older character. She's from the original draft of the Faultless Dragon comic before I kind of replaced her, but kinda. Yeah, her name is Mindy, by the way. Because this is when I did do like a draft of the first Faultless Dragon comic, but my dad thought it was too violent, so I had to change it a bit. Yeah, and I kind of replaced her. But yeah, I kind of replaced her. She's supposed to be like a shy, like dragon girl lady. I guess she didn't really match well with the style of comic that the original the Faultless Dragon eventually became. So maybe I'll include her in the comic in the future. Cause I think in the comic they did mention, I think Alucard mentioned her as to why Jake didn't ask her out either. Yeah. Here's a drawing of a moth. This is a normal moth drawing. And here is Jetman, which will eventually become Eagle Knight. Yeah. This is Eagle Knight. Which is, I did a pilot of this, a cartoon pilot of this, which actually is doing well on YouTube, honestly, in terms of cartoon pilots. I mean, it's doing better than Dog Pack, honestly. I mean, it didn't get much views as Stoat Ninja, but it's still doing well on YouTube. I think it's still getting views to this day, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Here's a live drawing of Chevy Cobalt, which is kind of like a cool, like, American tuner car, or American, like, street car. Yeah. I guess since tuners were kind of big at the time, Chevy wanted to put their hand and try to make their own tuner kind of street car using racing and stuff. People usually remember this car as being like the car that you pick and most people most wanted. Yeah, and I heard that it was actually the best car in the game, honestly. Yeah, I was surprised, honestly. I did play Most Wanted, but I never actually finished it ever. Because I was more interested in other street racing games. Yeah. Here's Eagle Knight playing basketball with his son. Yeah. The Mythical Crew. Oh, I guess it's Jackalope here, Werewolf, and some other characters. I guess this character's technically a Periton. Because I did do a Periton, which is like an Argentinian mythical creature too. So this is like a Periton. Yeah, like a reindeer with wings. It's a Minotaur character. Yeah, the Mythical Crew. Yeah. Here's like a monkey. This is a monkey warrior character. I guess it's more like Goku from like what's that Chinese mythology? I think. Yeah, I think it's Goku from Chinese mythology. That monkey king character. Yeah, I think his name is Goku. Honestly, that's what he looks like. Honestly, I guess that was the inspiration. Like a monkey warrior king character. Yeah. Here's some drawings on the sharks, which I was actually getting better at drawing sharks at this time. This is a whale shark, an hammerhead shark, and a thresher shark. Yeah, these are actually better shark drawings than the last one. Yeah. Here's like this is like an early draft of Delta, the Airflow Plane Lady. Yeah, which is a drawing video that I did back then. Yeah. Which is, I've got to draw fingers on her too. Like she's doing that pose and stuff. People still like this drawing video, so it still gets views to this day too. Yeah, Aeromorphs were the inspiration for her design, but I didn't know they're called Aeromorphs, so I looked it up and it was actually exactly what I was looking for. Yeah, I just call it Airflow Plane, but I guess they're called Aeromorphs, which was the inspiration. There's a Jackalope and Robot character that I also drawing videos of. That's pretty cool. Here's jeez, that's awful. Yeah, this is really pretty bad drawing. I guess I was trying to get this. I was trying to do like house drawings, but I got all those perspectives wrong. Yeah, until I eventually drew this, which is actually kind of better. It's like a drawing of like a house, like a landscape drawing. It's actually turned out kind of better, honestly. This is actually the best in terms of like landscape drawings in the sketchbook. This is probably the best one, honestly. Yeah, I just drew a house and a car in the garage. Yeah, I guess a house would probably be a lot more simple than drawing mountains and beaches and landscapes and islands and stuff. Here's Joshua in a actual like super mech. Yeah, which is kind of strange because I never actually drew. I drew Joshua in mechs all the time, but I never actually included him in a mech in an actual comic before in Discovery Discovery, which is pretty strange. But I guess he's the kind of guy that will come up with mechs, but I never actually included it in a comic yet. Maybe in the future. Yeah, maybe the previous mech design probably will make it in. I mean, I guess I just wanted to draw a mech, and this is the first thing that come to mind. Yeah. Yeah, this is another ugly, like furry drawing. I guess I tried to draw like a weasel standing up, and this one turns out to be this kind of ugly. Yeah, this is just my opinion on our old art. Yeah, I pretty much criticize my old art, pretty much. And this one's awful. I don't know what I was thinking with this one. All the arm, this arm is longer than this one. His crotch looks kind of weird too. I should just draw like this and stuff. And his face looks weird. Yeah, it doesn't look like a weasel at all. It looks like a goblin a little bit. Yeah, and a weasel. And here's some Karate Bug characters. Yeah, it's Abby, Masterington, and Blade from Karate Bugs. I think this is when I made my first Karate Bugs animation. At least let me the second one, I think. The second Karate Bugs animation was when I did this drawing. Yeah. And that's been my I can say retour of my older sketchbook. Yeah. I would do more retours on my older sketchbooks, but I kind of already did so. Maybe I'll do a retour of my first sketchbook that I ever did, the sketchbook that I had back in high school, which I still have. Maybe I'll do a retour of that one to see how my old art holds up. But in terms of that, I'm not looking forward to it because, yeah, judging by the ugly art in this one, yeah, I just cringe at my old art, honestly. Yeah. This has pretty much been a retour of my mixed media sketchbook. I'm probably going to title this video my mixed media sketchbook, which is my second sketchbook tour. And yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and that's it.